got to find something that eats at you. What is your motivation? When you get exhausted and you feel like turning around, what is your motivation? What is your dreams and visions? Your dreams and visions have to be so big that they dwarf all your fears. The way to win is you gotta have a vision board with stuff on it so big that no matter what the challenge is, no matter what the moment that happens to you, you can't give a damn because you got to make this happen. Because somebody counting on you, man. You have to be. The best lesson I learned was this guy sat me down and said, it's only two ways to make money in this world. You can either provide a service or you can sell something. It ain't but two ways. So I had to hurry up and identify what was my skill set. But it's funny, when your skill set, I was born to entertain people. I was born to make people laugh. That's my real gift. See, like if this started getting dry, like if my little speech get dry, I have a button that I can click and I can have everybody ass in here laughing, because that's my gift. So I had to hurry up and identify the gift. The thing about the gift that I have, this gift is both a sale and a service, because I'm selling you a ticket to come see me. I got on TV at 38. My vision to be on TV started at 10. I didn't get on TV till I was 38. So, it was a long way, to make that dream come true, but writing it down was a key element for me at 10 years old. See, when God blesses you to become a blessing. You look good. So you cannot get a big house on the hill and then never show nobody else how to get up on the hill. You can't do that. My mama was a Sunday school teacher. She embedded that in me, that if one day God blesses you and gets you to a level, you gotta share that information with other people. The Bible says, look, I'm not gonna beat you over the head with that. If you're not a spiritual person, listening to me ain't that good of an idea, because I'm gonna tell you too much that I know. But the Bible says a man without a dream or a vision shall perish. So why would I stop having dreams and visions? I ain't ready to die. So my phone, every time I answer my phone, it's to remind me and reinforce my visions. The top corner is a house my wife saw one time. My father was a coal miner. My daddy made $5 a day in Welch, West Virginia with 5 kids. If you don't think that's poor, I don't care where you stay, try that for a while. I've lost everything I ever owned twice. I'm on my 3rd marriage. I flunked out of school. I've been homeless and lived in a car for 3 years. And I'm here now. First and foremost, that is a testament to the grace and mercy of God. First and foremost. After that, that is a relentless pursuit that I've had to muster. See, when you're homeless and you live in a car, and you ain't got no backyard, and you ain't got no bathroom, and you ain't got no flat screen, and you ain't got no living room, it closes in on you real fast. Having been through that for 3 years and having lived this life now, I'm here to tell you something. Whoever been telling you these stories about having money, Let me straighten it out for you. It's way better to have money than to not have money. I don't know who told you that you shouldn't want more of it, but if you don't get enough of it, you gonna be in a struggle. I just think if you're a great person, okay, let me put it to you this way. People who get money, they say you've changed, but money don't change people. Money allows you to be more of who you really are. So here we go. If you're stingy, when you get a lot of money, you're gonna be more stingy. If you're generous, you get a lot of money, you be more generous. If you're an asshole, when you get a lot of money, you're gonna become a bigger asshole. That's what money does. It allows you to be more of who you really are. So if you're a genuine person, like many of you probably are, the money you make will allow you to change things, to help more people. The more people you help, the more God will do for you so you can help more people. That principle is in effect, and you gotta maintain that the whole time. See, I can't sit here and talk to you about my success and don't say nothing about God. You tripping. You came to see the wrong guy. You should probably get up, walk out. I ain't your man. I'm not your man. I have to tell you that. There is nothing that will maintain you greater than your faith. Without it, look, man, if it wasn't for faith, how do I survive the 3 years in the car? I just had a belief that God was gonna come get me. I just kept thinking He didn't bring me this far to leave me. I just kept hoping beyond all odds that one day this process that I was going through would turn around for me. Fast forward, I'm at the 10X Growth Conference, sitting next to my dude. I don't know how many of y'all in here. I was just in the back asking him, like, I said, Grant, I see like this diamond section down here. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, diamond.
I don't know why they got a table and a chair. That's probably got something to do with money, I'm assuming. But the people that I'm here for is from right here, but up there though. See, you know, that person up there that's striving to get down here. I'm assuming when you get down here, it costs a certain level of money. But see, don't you remember when you was up there though? Don't you remember? So you that are down here have an obligation for those up there. Not that you better, not that you greater, because you don't know who's sitting up there. The next great thing is probably sitting up there. Somebody up there gonna pass everybody down here. There's some bad people up there, man. And you know how I know it's some bad people up there? Because I was up there. I tell you what, I was in the parking lot. I didn't even have the $47 to get in here. But the dude that was homeless and living in a car, how he get from there to now whatever you paid, I'm sitting up here with this little tight ass suit on. How? The best lesson I learned was this guy sat me down and said, it's only two ways to make money in this world. You can either provide a service or you can sell something. It ain't but two ways. So I had to hurry up and identify what was my skill set. But it's funny, when your skill set, I was born to entertain people. I was born to make people laugh. That's my real gift. See, like if this started getting dry, like if my little speech get dry, I have a button that I can click and I can have everybody ass in here laughing, because that's my gift. So I had to hurry up and identify the gift. The thing about the gift that I have, this gift is both a sale and a service. because I'm selling you a ticket to come see me. But when you get here, I provide the service that in exchange for your money, I'm gonna have you laughing so hard that you feel better. So I have a combination of sales and service. The moment I identify my gift is jokes, I have the ability to take any piece of information and immediately transform it into humor. And you may not like that. None of my teachers did. But I have the ability to make anything funny. It is the identification of the gift that is the opening of your whole life. The Bible says your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. Your gift. The beautiful thing is everybody God created, He gave us all a gift. All of you are gifted. If you use the gift, it starts to change your life. You now have a pathway to success. Don't go into banking if your gift is frying chicken. Don't go into banking. See, a lot of people got jobs because it's paying bills, but it ain't your gift. So when your alarm clock goes off in the morning, you unhappy. You keep hitting the snooze button. You know why? Because you're not living in your gift. See, when I wake up I don't even have an alarm clock because I automatically wake up. My body says, hey man, let's go. We got to get up today. We're going to tell these jokes. And they finna pay me a different kind of money to tell these jokes. So what am I sad about? I've identified the gift. The moment you identify the gift, your life will change. You can come to these conferences all you want. If you don't apply these philosophies to your God-given gift, you're wasting your time. You might as well get up out your little seat and go on and go home, because it ain't finna happen for you. It never does. Here's the way you identify your gift. And an old man taught this to me who had a lot of money. Your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. It's something that each one of you do better than you do anything else, and it comes to you naturally. See, if you think you can sing because your mama said you can sing, but you ain't checked with nobody else, you can't go by that. Yeah, have you ever seen some people who just can open their mouth and they just can sing? No lessons, no nothing. That's their gift. If you're taking singing lessons and you still can't sing, that's not your gift, because it don't come natural to you. Your gift comes natural to you. You just have to not look at it as running, jumping, singing, and dancing. If you teach, and teaching is what you do. See, Grant makes a lot of money, but let me tell you what Grant is. He's an expert teacher. So he's taken the ability to teach, and in the teaching comes the money. So he takes his God-given gift to show you how you can get your 10x growth confidence, and that's what he does. And he does it naturally. It don't look like he's struggling, because he naturally does it. That's his gift. It ain't hard. You're tripping. If you're waking up and what you're doing is so hard and you gritting your teeth, it ain't your gift. You're tripping. So now, if you fry chicken better than everybody else, then guess what? You should be somewhere frying chicken. But you can make a lot of money frying chicken now. See, Colonel Sanders, I don't know if you know his story. Colonel Sanders had a chicken recipe that he had been trying to get people to buy into for years, 30 years. Get out of here, we don't like that. One day, somebody tasted his chicken and they loved it. So they said, we're gonna open up a place called Kentucky Fried Chicken. This did not happen until Colonel Sanders was in his 60s. He was in his mid-60s when he got the first franchise. Kentucky Fried Chicken sells more chicken than anybody. They're in more countries, more locations than anybody else selling chicken. That was his gift. He sold chicken.
What if it's my gift?
No, your gift pays you.
But what if it don't pay? What if it's...
No. According to God, your gift will make room for you and put you in the presence of great men. Your gift will get you paid. I don't care what it is. Yeah, I don't care what it is. You gotta know that. Listen to me, man. That God you serve, he's a bad boy. Because he do what he say he gonna do. If he gives you the gift, he gives you the gift to make room for you. That means you can spread out. Jokes ain't really supposed to pay this much, but they do. They do. Like, I can't tell you, look, man, a friend of mine, when we were little, all he did was cut grass. You know, back in the day, he charged $2 for the front and $2 from the back. He had a single blade lawnmower. He was so good, he could adjust them blades and he could cut patterns in your grass. He could put your family initials in your grass. Now, you know, in the hood, that's pretty big. If you can get a H put in your grass in the hood, this was a popular dude. He charged $2 for the front, $2 for the back. Every time we went somewhere, we tried to get him to go. He said, I can't go, man. I got to cut Miss Jackson grass. We going swimming. No, I got to cut Miss Taylor's grass. He never went to the park. He didn't play ball with us. He cut grass. Today, in Cleveland, we used to laugh at him. We used to call him Hedges. Hedges, what you doing today? Hedges. Clip off. We do this every time we see him. All in front of girls, just be teasing. Today, in Cleveland, Ohio, he has a landscaping company. He charged $2 for the front, $2 for the back. That was $4 if you did your whole yard. He grosses today in Cleveland $4 million a year. He got every landscaping contract at every mall, every company, and when it snow out, he got 38 trucks. And when it snow outside, he put snow plows on the front of the trucks and he got all the snow removal. He make $4 million. You know what he do? He cut grass. He don't do nothing else but cut grass. You know why? That was his gift. So you know what God did for him? He let his gift make room for him. Now, if he can make $4 million cutting grass, what you sitting in here for? $4 million. I've been working since I was a little boy. You know, my first gig I had was like 9. I wanted a wagon. Remember them wagons had the red railings on the side? Remember they had the little gates that fit around the wagon? All I wanted was a wagon. I didn't let nobody ride in my wagon. You couldn't play in my wagon. I collected pop bottles in my wagon. My goal was to collect 50 pop bottles with a 2-cent return before lunch every day, and I needed $1 worth of pop bottles so I could make, $2 a day. I just need $1, $2 a day. I worked with my father in construction. I worked on the assembly line at Ford Motor Company. I used to put 8 spark plugs in 1,400 engines a day. The layoffs came in 79, 80. I got married, unemployed. I worked at Lincoln Electric, wrapping hot wire. I worked at General Electric delivering light bulbs. I sold, then here what changed my life. I went to an Amway convention and I heard some dudes saying that you could be rich selling soap powder. Cool, I bought a kit, I got in Amway. I went to a conference in Amway and I started reading motivational books. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. The Magic of Thinking Big by Robert David Schultz. The Winner's Circle by Dexter Wansel. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And they started planting in my mind, I need to get rich. So I sold Amway, I sold the Dick Gregory Bohemian Diet, I sold Shackley products, I sold A.L. Williams Insurance. Anybody who I could buy a kit from that could tell me I was gonna be rich, Steve Harvey bought a kit. Lost that job, sold insurance. I tried to be a boxer, I fought Golden Gloves. That wasn't a smart decision.
That wasn't your gift?
No, it was not.
There's a lot of money in boxing though.
This Puerto Rican dude beat my ass so bad one day. Have you ever thanked God for an ass whooping before? He beat me so bad that I actually thanked the Lord for that, because it let me know that boxing is not what I do. That actually saved my life. This boy beat me, man. So I got out of that. And then one night, I used to write jokes for this comedian for $5 a joke. I didn't know what he was doing with them, but he was taking them and using them. So every time he wanted a joke, he came to me because I was always really funny. So one day, I'm writing some jokes for him, and this girl is sitting there named Gladys Jacobs. And she said, "You the guy that writes all the jokes for AJ Jamal?" I said, "I don't know if I write all of them." She said, "That's funny. Why don't you do them yourself?" I said, "Do jokes where?" She said, "At a comedy club." I said, "What's a comedy club?" Now I'm 27 years old. I'd never been to a comedy club in my life. She said, "Next Tuesday, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna take you to Hilarity's Comedy Club. I want you to see what they do, sign up for next week, and I want you to go on stage." I said, "Okay, cool." She picked me up, drove me down to the gig. So I signed up for next week. So I'm sitting there, and these comedians are going on stage, and I'm fascinated, man. I'm looking at these dudes, and I wasn't laughing at nothing, because I already knew what they was gonna say. And I knew what they should have said. See, my gift was in me, man. And it was just this one day, October 8th, 1985. I walked in that club, man, and they had 10 people go up. After the 9th guy, they said, "We're looking for Randy Schumer." Randy Schumer. And nobody came. He said, "Well, I guess he's not here. We're gonna go to next week's list. Y'all give it up for Steve Harvey." Now I'm sitting there, and I told the girl I was with, I said, "It's a dude in here got the same name I got." She said, "You a stupid son of a bitch." She said, "That's you." So he said, "Steve Harvey, come on up." The dude had went to the list from last week. I run up, I'm on stage. I don't know what to do. So the first thing I said was, "Hey y'all, I appreciate y'all clapping for me, but I ain't supposed to be here. I'm on the show next week." They started laughing. I'm clueless, so this girl Tell them about when you boxed. Because I was telling this funny stories about boxing. So I did this boxing joke. I did another joke. The audience is rolling. The club owner comes to the foot of the stage and he goes, now I ain't never been in show business. This means cut. I thought he meant you killing them. So I went long, they started flashing the lights. That's the other signal for get off stage. I said, man, y'all need to pay y'all bill in here. Finally, they get me off stage. They bring all of us back up. They have a clap off. I win amateur night. October 8th, 1985, $50. I won $50. I'm driving home and I'm in the car crying. I'm crying, man, all the way home. She said, Steve, what you crying for? It ain't but $50. I said, no, you don't understand. I was born tonight. She said, what you mean? I said, this is what I'm gonna do the rest of my life. She said, how you gonna do that? I said, this is my gift. I've been asking God my whole life, just show me what my gift is. I said, he just showed it to me. I went to work the next day, October 9th, 1985, and quit my job. I have done nothing since October 9th to this day right here but tell jokes. I've never done nothing else. I was committed. I was relentless. You couldn't stop me. I have found my gift. God has showed it to me. Man, it was the greatest. That was, man. You know something? You know, man, thing about God is, right when you think he don't hear you, he coming. Right when it look like he ain't gonna show up, here he come. He ain't never too late. He come right on time. That day changed my life. When I quit my job, I got relentless, man. All I did, you know, I don't know how to quit. I don't know how to give up. Because ain't nothing in it for you if you give up. When you strike out on your dream, you got to have faith and you got to be willing to execute. But to execute, you got to get real doggish now, because life gonna get funky sometime. And when life get funky, you gotta bite back. You gotta develop some dog in you. Now, if you ain't gonna have no dog in you, you ain't gonna make it. I'm sorry. If you're not gonna be relentless, you're not gonna make it. I took all that the hood taught me. I took all them whippings my daddy gave me. I took all that discipline he gave me. My father never had a conversation about God in his life with me. My mama was a Sunday school teacher for 40 years. I took all of her faith lessons. I took all of my daddy's hoodisms. I took all of that and packed it in me and kept it right here. And I pursued it. I just wasn't willing to give up. I just kept going, man. You can never give up. If you give up, you can't get there. It's emotional for me to talk about this because I'm really a good storyteller. I actually see myself back there. I remember that day, man. I remember crying in the car. I remember jumping. I remember taking that leap of faith. If you want to be successful, every successful person I know has jumped. If you don't jump, if you ain't willing to jump, you ain't finna be nothing. Now, if you want to be ordinary, ain't nothing wrong with it. The problem all y'all got in here, Your ass done messed around and decided you didn't want to be ordinary no more. That's the problem you got. All of you, when you come to something like this and pay this kind of money, it's because you've made a decision. I ain't finna be regular. I'm not finna be ordinary. I want to be extraordinary. Maybe you want to go see all of the one and onlys around the world. Maybe you want to fly private. Maybe you want to leave your kids a life. But you got to get exposed, man. Exposure's a beautiful thing. Let me tell you this. What makes exposure so good is you can never forget what you've been exposed to. You can forget a person's name, you can forget where you saw them, but you'll never forget how they made you feel. You can't forget exposure. You can't fly first class ever and then go back there and be okay with coach. It don't work like that, partner. You gotta find something that eats at you. What is your motivation? When you get exhausted and you feel like turning around, what is your motivation? What is your dreams and visions? Your dreams and visions have to be so big that they dwarf all your fears. The way to win is you gotta have a vision board with stuff on it so big that no matter what the challenge is, no matter what the moment that happens to you, you can't give a damn because you got to make this happen. Because somebody counting on you, man. You have to be. Nobody is gonna reward you for being regular. Ain't none. Because everybody has that. I mean, if you babysit, somebody give you $10. If you cut hair, somebody give you $10. If you write papers for people, somebody give you $10. Everybody got something they can do for $10. I said, so what you do, son, is go do that and make $10. Now, after you make the $10, do it 10 more times. I said, you know what, you got $100. I said, after you make $100, do it 10 more times. You got $1,000. He's sitting up there, he's going down. I said, now after you make $1,000, I want you to do it 10 more times. You now have $10,000. Now, whatever you did to make $10,000 is simple. All you got to do is do it 10 more times. Guess what? You have $100,000. You ain't got to change nothing. All you got to do is take your $10 idea. Stop trying to think of how to make $1 million and just figure out how to make 10. After you make $100,000, you have to hire some people. But whatever you did to make $100,000, do it 10 more times. I have a surprise for you. You have just made $1 million with a $10 idea with the multiples of 10. If you do that, anybody can be successful.